Welcome to the Impact Library. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the video. What's going on within the Black community? The racial wealth gap is a heavy weight. Black families on average hold a fraction of the wealth compared to white families. This isn't by accident. Generations of systemic barriers have created this gap. It's time to ask ourselves a crucial question. Why aren't we building more wealth in our own communities? This question isn't about blame. It's about understanding. It's about taking control of our economic future. We have the power to change this narrative. We have the potential to build a brighter future for ourselves and generations to come. Let's embark on a journey of understanding, empowerment, and action. Together, we can unlock the untapped potential within our community. We can build generational wealth and rewrite our story.
For decades, our community has faced systemic roadblocks. Redlining, a discriminatory practice, denied Black families access to fair housing and loans. This created a ripple effect, impacting everything from education to business opportunities. Discriminatory lending practices made it difficult for Black entrepreneurs to secure loans and build businesses. This lack of access to capital stifled innovation and economic growth within our community. Unequal access to quality education further widened the gap. It's time to acknowledge these historical injustices. We must understand the roots of the problem to create lasting solutions. By acknowledging the past, we empower ourselves to build a better future.
Despite these challenges, our community possesses incredible resilience. We have a rich history of entrepreneurship, innovation, and community building. Now is the time to tap into that power. We must shift the narrative from scarcity to abundance. We have the talent, the drive, and the vision to create lasting economic change. This is our moment to rise above the challenges and build a future where wealth is accessible to all. Let's rewrite the narrative. Let's build a future where our communities thrive, where wealth is built and shared, and where our collective potential is fully realized.
Imagine a map, not just any map, but one that dictates your future. Red lines drawn across neighborhoods, marking them as hazardous for investment. This wasn't a game, it was redlining, a discriminatory housing policy that choked the dreams of Black families for generations. Starting in the 1930s, government-backed programs literally drew lines around Black communities, deeming them too risky for loans and mortgages. This meant families struggled to buy homes, build equity, and pass down wealth. It trapped generations in a cycle of disinvestment. The impact of redlining echoes through the decades. Neighborhoods starved of resources struggle with underfunded schools, limited job opportunities, and depressed property values. This legacy of discrimination is a wound that continues to impact wealth creation in our community. Section 2: Unequal Access, Education, and the Wealth Gap. Education, they say, is the great equalizer. But what happens when the playing field is tilted against you from the start? For generations, Black communities have faced a system of unequal access to quality education, further widening the racial wealth gap. Underfunded schools in predominantly Black neighborhoods often lack the resources, experienced teachers, and advanced courses needed to prepare students for college and high-paying careers. This directly impacts earning potential and limits opportunities for upward mobility. The cycle is clear: inadequate education leads to lower earning potential, which limits wealth-building opportunities. It's a systemic issue that demands our attention, investment, and unwavering commitment to change.
Section 3. Capital denied. The weight of discriminatory lending. Imagine having a brilliant business idea, the drive to succeed, but being denied the capital you need to get started. This is the harsh reality faced by countless Black entrepreneurs due to discriminatory lending practices. For decades, Black-owned businesses have encountered roadblocks when seeking loans from traditional banks. Whether through outright denial, higher interest rates, or unfair terms, this lack of access to capital has stifled innovation and economic growth within our communities. This isn't just about individual businesses, it's about the economic well-being of entire communities. When Black businesses are denied the opportunity to thrive, we all lose. It's time to dismantle these discriminatory practices and create a level playing field for all.
Section 4. Stolen labor, broken promises. From Reconstruction to the present. The roots of the racial wealth gap run deep, entwined with the history of our nation. From the uncompensated labor of enslaved Africans to the broken promises of Reconstruction, the economic exploitation of Black communities has been a constant thread. Following the Civil War, the hope of 40 acres and a mule, a promise of land redistribution to formerly enslaved people, was shattered. This denial of economic opportunity set the stage for generations of systemic disadvantage. Even during the Jim Crow era, discriminatory laws and practices limited Black economic advancement. This historical context is crucial to understanding the deep-seated nature of the racial wealth gap and the urgent need for reparative justice.
Building from the bottom up. A history of Black economic resilience. Despite facing overwhelming challenges, our community has a rich history of economic resilience and innovation. From Black Wall Street in Tulsa to the rise of Black-owned banks and insurance companies, we have always found ways to build and thrive. These examples of Black economic empowerment highlight the power of self-reliance, community support, and unwavering determination. They serve as a source of inspiration and a testament to our enduring spirit. We must draw strength from our ancestors' legacy of resilience, innovation, and collective action. By supporting Black-owned businesses, investing in our communities, and advocating for economic justice, we can create a future where wealth is built and shared by all.
Profiting from our pain, the gentrification equation. We've built vibrant communities, rich in culture and history. But too often, our neighborhoods become targets for outside interests, seeking to profit from what we've nurtured. This is gentrification, a process disguised as renewal that often displaces the very people it claims to help. It starts subtly. New businesses pop up, catering to a different clientele. Rent prices climb, pushing out longtime residents who can no longer afford to stay. The character of the neighborhood shifts, often erasing the cultural landmarks that made it unique. Gentrification isn't just about changing buildings. It's about disrupting lives. Families are forced to relocate, often to areas with fewer resources and opportunities. The social fabric of the community is torn, and generations of connection are lost. This is a form of economic violence that demands our attention.
Cultural appropriation, our style, their profits. From music and fashion to language and art, Black culture has an undeniable influence on the world. But too often, this influence is met with appropriation, not appreciation. Non-Black individuals and corporations profit from our creativity, while we're left fighting for recognition and a share of the wealth. Think about the latest fashion trends, often inspired by styles originating in Black communities. Or the music industry, where Black artists have paved the way for genres now dominated by non-Black performers. This isn't about exclusion, but about equity and respect. When our culture is commodified without acknowledgement or compensation, it perpetuates a system where our contributions are undervalued. It's not enough to simply consume Black culture. It's time to support and invest in the communities from which it originates.
The resource gap, uneven playing fields, and broken ladders. Imagine a race where some runners are given a head start, while others are forced to carry heavy weights. This is the reality of the resource gap faced by many in our community. It's not just about working hard. It's about having access to the tools and opportunities needed to succeed. Consider the disparities in access to quality education, healthcare, and even healthy food options. These systemic barriers create a cycle of disadvantage that's difficult to break. It's like climbing a ladder with missing rungs. This isn't about handouts. It's about leveling the playing field. When everyone has access to the resources they need to thrive, we all benefit. It's time to invest in our communities, bridge the resource gap, and create a society where everyone has a fair shot at success.
Breaking the cycle. from extraction to empowerment. For too long, our communities have been seen as sources of extraction, places to profit from without giving back. It's time to shift this narrative from extraction to empowerment, from exploitation to investment. This requires a fundamental change in how we view and interact with our communities. It's about supporting Black-owned businesses, investing in local initiatives, and demanding policies that promote economic justice and equity. We have the power to create change, not just for ourselves, but for generations to come. By embracing our collective strength, investing in our communities, and demanding a more just and equitable society, we can break the cycle of extraction and build a future of shared prosperity. Sowing seeds of prosperity, urban farming, and community empowerment. Amidst the concrete jungle, a different kind of green is sprouting. Urban farms, led by passionate individuals, are transforming vacant lots into oases of fresh food and opportunity. These aren't just gardens, they're seeds of hope, nourishing communities and cultivating economic empowerment. Meet Ron Finley, known as the Gangsta Gardener, who transformed a neglected strip of land in south-central Los Angeles into a thriving community garden. His story is a testament to the power of reclaiming our neighborhoods and growing our own resources. Across the country, urban farms are creating jobs, providing access to healthy food, and fostering a sense of community. These initiatives are not just about addressing food deserts. They're about reclaiming our narratives, one seed at a time. Section 2. Tech Titans, Breaking Barriers in Silicon Valley and Beyond. The tech world, often criticized for its lack of diversity, is witnessing the rise of Black entrepreneurs who are coding their own paths to success. These innovators aren't just building apps, they're building legacies, inspiring the next generation of tech leaders. Take Kimberly Bryant, founder of Black Girls Code, who's on a mission to introduce young women of color to the world of technology. Her organization is closing the digital divide, empowering girls to become creators, not just consumers, in the tech space. These stories of Black excellence in tech are not anomalies. They're proof that we have the talent, the drive, and the vision to shape the future of technology. It's time to dismantle the barriers to entry and ensure that the tech industry reflects the diversity of our nation.
Section 3. Financial Freedom Fighters Equipping Our Community with Knowledge. Financial literacy is more than just understanding numbers. It's about understanding power, the power to build wealth, secure our futures, and create opportunities for generations to come. Across the country, financial educators are on a mission to empower our community with this knowledge. Meet Tiffany Aliche, the Budgetnista, who teaches women, particularly women of color, how to manage their money, pay off debt, and build wealth. Her story is a reminder that financial freedom is attainable for everyone, regardless of their background. These financial freedom fighters are breaking down complex financial concepts, making them accessible and relatable. They're changing the narrative around money, empowering individuals and families to take control of their financial destinies.
Section 4. The Power of the Collective Cooperatives and the Rise of Shared Ownership. Imagine a business owned and operated not by a single entity, but by the community it serves. This is the power of cooperatives, a model of economic empowerment that's gaining momentum in Black communities. From worker-owned grocery stores to community-owned renewable energy projects, cooperatives are creating jobs, building wealth, and keeping resources within the community. They're a testament to the power of collective action and shared ownership. Cooperatives offer an alternative to traditional business models, one that prioritizes people over profit and community well-being over individual gain. They're a powerful tool for building a more equitable and just economy.
Section 5. Investing in our future, from Wall Street to Main Street. The world of investing is no longer exclusive to Wall Street. Black investors are emerging as major players, leveraging their financial savvy to support Black-owned businesses and uplift their communities. Meet Chris Lyons, a venture capitalist at Andreessen Horowitz, who's actively investing in Black founders and closing the funding gap for minority-owned startups. His work is a testament to the power of using capital to create social impact. These investors are not just seeking financial returns, they're seeking to create a more equitable and just economy, one investment at a time. They understand that when Black businesses thrive, entire communities benefit. Section 1. Support Black-owned. Every dollar makes a difference. Building wealth within our community starts with a conscious decision to support Black-owned businesses. Every time we spend, we have the power to choose where our money goes. Let's make it a habit to direct our dollars towards businesses that are owned and operated by members of our community. Think about the things you buy regularly: groceries, clothing, haircuts, entertainment. Make an effort to seek out Black-owned alternatives. There are incredible Black-owned businesses thriving in every industry, offering high-quality products and services. Supporting Black-owned businesses isn't just about making a purchase. It's about making an investment. It's about circulating money within our community, creating jobs, and supporting Black entrepreneurs who are building legacies. Financial literacy, your wealth-building toolkit. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to our finances. Financial literacy is the key to unlocking our economic potential. It's about understanding how money works, how to manage it wisely, and how to make it grow. Start by educating yourself. There are countless resources available: books, podcasts, workshops, and online courses that can teach you the basics of budgeting, saving, investing, and building credit. Financial literacy isn't just about avoiding debt, it's about building a secure future for ourselves and our families. It's about breaking the cycle of financial struggle and creating generational wealth.
Community-first investing in our collective power. Building wealth isn't just about individual success, it's about collective upliftment. When we invest in our communities, we create a ripple effect that benefits everyone. Let's support initiatives that empower our community from within. Explore community development financial institutions and minority-owned banks that are committed to investing in underserved communities. Support organizations working to close the racial wealth gap, promote entrepreneurship, and provide financial education. Remember, our collective power lies in our unity. Let's pool our resources, support each other's businesses, and create a network of economic empowerment that uplifts our entire community.
Resources for change. Amplifying the movement. The movement for Black economic empowerment is gaining momentum, and there are resources available to help us all get involved. Let's amplify these resources, share them with our networks, and join the collective effort to create lasting change. Explore organizations like the Black Business Initiative, the National Black Chamber of Commerce, and the Association for Enterprise Opportunity. These organizations provide support, resources, and advocacy for Black entrepreneurs and communities. Don't underestimate the power of your voice. Advocate for policies that promote economic justice, support minority-owned businesses, and address systemic barriers to wealth creation. Together, we can create a future where economic opportunity is accessible to all.
Our time is now. The journey to close the racial wealth gap won't be easy. It requires a collective awakening, a resolute spirit, an unwavering commitment. We must acknowledge the deeply rooted systemic barriers, challenge the status quo, and demand economic justice. But most importantly, we must believe in our collective power to create change. This isn't about waiting for handouts or seeking permission. This is about seizing our rightful place in the economic landscape we helped build. It's about investing in our communities, supporting each other's businesses, and equipping ourselves with the knowledge and resources to thrive. Let's continue this conversation, share this knowledge, and inspire action. Let the hashtags #BuildBlackWealth and #OurCommunityOurFuture be more than just words. Let them be a rallying cry, a beacon of hope, and a testament to our unwavering commitment to building a brighter economic future for generations to come. Our time is now. The future starts now.
Thank you for watching the Impact Library.